I feel like too often we dismiss how dangerous sins of the heart are. We sort of just focus on outward displays of sin. And we can have this false belief like, if I'm not sleeping with people outside of marriage, if I'm not doing drugs, if I'm not, doing or performing a sin that I can see that's tangible, then I'm right with God. And that's not true. In fact, sins of the heart are the most dangerous sins because oftentimes people can think and have this erroneous belief that they're righteous when in fact they're not. And an example of this was the Pharisees. And Jesus makes mention of this when he talks about a parable in which he compares a Pharisee to a tax collector. And he talks about how this tax collector went before God and beat his chest and just cried out to God, asking for forgiveness because he was a sinner. But in contrast, the Pharisee went up to God and said, God, I'm so glad that I'm not like this tax collector. I do X, Y, and Z. I fast. I do this, and this. I'm so happy that I'm not like him. And Jesus said that actually it was the tax collector that went home justified and not the Pharisee. Because the Pharisee thought that he was righteous based on his outward appearance and outward performance, when in reality, his heart was sinful and he was even denying the ability for sin to be in him. Some of you may find that the people that are committing the grave sins that you think are so terrible might actually be more justified before God because of their repentance than you are. Sins like unforgiveness and hatred can take you to hell just like outward sins. If we truly want to be righteous, we need to start from the inside and look at our own hearts. What is the condition of your heart? Is it repentant? Is it seeking to actually want to be in right standing with God and to love God? Or do you think that by maintaining a godly or righteous outward appearance that you're better than those who don't? Matthew 23:25. Woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You clean the outside of the cup and dish, but inside they're full of greed and self-indulgent. Blind Pharisees, clean the inside of the cup and dish, and then outside will also be clean. Woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You are like whitewashed tombs, which look beautiful on the outside, but on the inside are full of bones of the dead and everything unclean. In the same way, on the outside you appear to people as righteous, but on the inside are full of hypocrisy and wickedness. Clean the inside of the dish first, and the outside will reflect true righteousness. God bless.